Yeah, this one is Redmi K30 Pro, as known as Poco F2 Pro, and this one is OnePlus 8 Pro. Finally, this one is Oppo Find X2 Pro. Okay, let us start with ultra wide lens. And in this picture, or should I say in any pictures that was taken with ultra wide lens, Oppo Find X2 Pro is the winner. There is clearly a visible difference between Oppo Find X2 Pro and Redmi K30 Pro. OnePlus 8 Pro puts up a fight, but if you check the sky, check the clouds, and then check the buildings and the trees. From dynamic range to details, from color reproduction to contrast ratio, brightness, color tone and sharpness, it is a contest between Oppo Find X2 Pro and OnePlus 8 Pro, where Find X2 Pro is marginally better. If you don't know yet, then Oppo Find X2 Pro and OnePlus 8 Pro comes with 48 megapixel Sony IMX586 sensor under that ultra wide lens, which is way better than Redmi K30 Pro 13 megapixel sensor underneath ultra wide lens. Moving on to main camera, where Redmi K30 Pro got a bigger sensor than other two. Redmi K30 Pro got a 64 megapixel IMX686, both OnePlus 8 Pro and Oppo Find X2 Pro got 48 megapixel IMX689. I don't want to debate whether higher megapixel means better or not. That yellow tone on OnePlus 8 Pro and Oppo Find X2 Pro, that hurts. Yes, OnePlus 8 Pro has more details in the shadows, Oppo Find X2 Pro retained true color tone, and Redmi K30 Pro background is almost washed out. However, overall at a glance, Redmi K30 Pro image looks a bit better. Let's check few more images, main sensor images, and it is clear that Oppo Find X2 Pro produces sharper image, OnePlus 8 Pro grabs more details. Both have managed to process background with clarity. Once again, that yellow tone under sunlight is awful. If you want, you can download the original images and check by yourself. Link is in the description box below. Now, you need to understand that these pictures were taken under harsh sunlight, and once we move to soft lighting condition, things are different. Redmi K30 Pro aggressively tries to increase highlight and contrast, tries to saturate the image, and as a result, the whole thing goes far from reality. I would say Oppo Find X2 Pro and OnePlus 8 Pro rather does very well in soft lighting condition. This is a 2x zoom image, and yes, none of these three smartphones have a 2x telephoto lens. That means all of these three images were taken with main sensor and digitally cropped. That's why all the main sensor attributes are visible. I would leave these three for you to decide. You do the judgment and let me know in your comment which one is better. Redmi K30 Pro base variant doesn't have a telephoto lens, only Zoom edition has a telephoto lens. In the middle, OnePlus 8 Pro comes with 3x optical zoom, and in the right, that's a 5x optical zoom image taken with Oppo Find X2 Pro. My true opinion is Oppo Find X2 Pro did far better than other two. Yeah, you may ask why and how. First of all, this is an optical zoom. You are not losing anything from digital cropping. There are a lot more details in there. For a 5x zoom image, sharpness and color tone is way better. I'm not trying to make any smartphone look better or worse. My aim is to find a smartphone that provides the best camera performance which I can actually use in my real life. I do not need to share a lot of portrait images. By the way, where is Redmi K30 Pro portrait image? As there is no telephoto lens, Redmi K30 Pro cannot take telephoto lens portrait image. It takes a general portrait image with depth effect. Yes, Oppo Find X2 Pro also cannot use telephoto lens to grab portrait image. However, it does the trick with its main lens and ultra wide lens, and there is an option for this. Finally, only OnePlus 8 Pro takes portrait image using its telephoto lens and produces the best portrait image among these three. Considering edge detection, bokeh effect, background, color reproduction, sharpness, I think it's an obvious that OnePlus 8 Pro wins by a mile. This video was recorded at 4K 30 frames per second. I would choose OnePlus 8 Pro video as it has better color tone, exposure and ambient lighting. Truly, if you check carefully, then Redmi K30 Pro produced slightly sharper video. Oppo Find X2 Pro and OnePlus 8 Pro has better stabilization thanks to its newer sensor and OIS. Oppo Find X2 Pro color grading is closest to reality. However, that yellow tone makes it a bit different. Now it's time for 1080p 30 frames per second, and wow, the results are almost the same. But there is a significant difference in all three. Seems like colors are a bit washed out. You can skip backward 30 seconds and check how it was on 4K 30 frames per second. And now how is it on 1080p 30 frames per second? Once again, Redmi K30 Pro is a bit sharper but with less details in the shadows. Oppo Find X2 Pro would be my choice as background and foreground. Everything is far better on Oppo Find X2 Pro, but that yellow tone outweighs everything. Another 1080p video, but this time this was recorded with Ultra Steady mode enabled. I have tried to shake the smartphone carelessly and I am really happy to see the result, especially Redmi K30 Pro. You must understand that K30 Pro totally depends on EIS, while Find X2 Pro and 8 Pro got both the OIS and EIS. Other than a few rusty bumps and jerks due to EIS, Redmi K30 Pro really did great. I don't know what do you think, what's your priority? But on the right, Oppo Find X2 Pro video portrays reality. It brings me to the moment when I have recorded this video. Color reproduction, details, dynamic range, change in exposure, everything is better on Oppo Find X2 Pro. This is almost undebatable that Find X2 Pro did really great. At this point, it is difficult to say which smartphone got the best camera setup. However, it is true that Redmi K30 Pro is doing good enough considering its price tag. Selfie camera images really draws a line in between these three smartphones. Oppo Find X2 Pro surely is better, OnePlus 8 Pro color reproduction is truly different than reality, Redmi K30 Pro is a bit darker, background is also a bit washed out. On the other hand, Find X2 Pro dynamic range is better than other two, there is more details in the shadows and the whole image itself is lucrative. Do I have to say a lot of things to let you know the difference? Yes, OnePlus 8 Pro image is brighter than other two smartphones, however, I wouldn't choose that. Actually, none of these three images are close to what should a flagship smartphone portrait image look like. In the end, I think a lot of people will go for OnePlus 8 Pro. Okay, this is how it would look when you try to grab a selfie in a harsh lighting condition in a dark environment. I didn't have much expectations, however, I wanted to see which one is better than other. And OnePlus 8 Pro is the better one. It was sunset and I wanted to check the difference between usual photo and night mode photo. I found that in low light environment, Redmi K30 Pro is not that bad. Yes, Find X2 Pro looks better at a glance. However, make no mistake, that blue sky on Oppo Find X2 Pro is not real. Sky color is correct on OnePlus 8 Pro. Oppo Find X2 Pro has more details in the shadows. Now, this is a night mode photo taken at the same time and wow, yeah, Redmi K30 Pro kept everything the same and brightened up the image and added details in the shadows. OnePlus 8 Pro and Find X2 Pro flips things between them. Now OnePlus 8 Pro image got very artificial blue sky with least visibility. Oppo Find X2 Pro produced an image that is almost the best among these three. But once again, there is an issue, that hue and higher midtone, that ruins a great picture. Yes, now we can take night mode photos with ultra wide lens. Oppo Find X2 Pro and OnePlus 8 Pro produced almost identical images. Redmi K30 Pro image is not in the competition, and after checking carefully, OnePlus 8 Pro image is brighter, sharper, and for sure got more details. Okay, this is main sensor night mode photo, and all of these three did great. First, check the sky and clouds, then check the buildings, details, dynamic range, color tone. It is really difficult to find a winner. And please don't bring the price into performance. I think Oppo Find X2 Pro image is the best. And yes, okay, if you have to bring price into consideration, then Redmi K30 Pro is the best. Now, these images were taken in total darkness. Another ultra wide lens night mode photo, and again Redmi K30 Pro is out of equation. Among other two, wait, you should download the images and check by yourself. I think it's a tie. There is no significant difference, and considering the price, I don't think any of these pictures are good enough. Another night mode photo with main sensor, and this time under total darkness. It's very difficult to select a winner. I think if we could combine the images and make a new image out of all these three, then it would be the result what I have expected. Anyway, Oppo Find X2 Pro has more details, a bit sharper, OnePlus 8 Pro has focus issues, Redmi K30 Pro image is overall better, only the sky color is not that correct on K30 Pro image. Now, if you are still watching, then what do you think? Which one is the best? Considering price, Redmi K30 Pro has a decent camera setup, but truly it's not in the same league with Oppo Find X2 Pro and OnePlus 8 Pro. And among these two, I would choose Oppo Find X2 Pro. I know a lot other people would go for OnePlus 8 Pro. Both of these two has their own pros and cons. I would like to know what do you think. Please let me know in the comment section below. And if you have liked this video, then please click on the like button and don't forget to subscribe to this channel.